Hey, what's up everybody? It's that guy DSGuyJ here. Welcome back to another one of our videos. Today I just wanted to talk about the next generation. Why does everybody want it to come so quickly? Like, in all honesty, I know everybody's excited for the next Switch console. I, for one, am excited for Xbox or Microsoft, whatever you want to call them, to go ahead and release a handheld now because they need to. We got things like the Steam Deck from Valve. People are asking for a Steam Deck 2. Why? I mean, why? Look, we got the PS5 Pro, we got the PS5. Nobody's really ranting and raving about any of the games on PS5. At least I don't see anything on my YouTube feed. And then again, I don't look up any PS5 news because I'm not interested in the PS5. As you can see by my gameplay here, I'm still playing games from heck 2008 to like 2015. I'm still playing stuff on the Xbox 360, PS3. I'm so glad that people are still releasing games for older consoles. They're still releasing games for the PS4. You know what I'm saying? That new Marvel Capcom Collection thing, the SNK thing that also came out. A bunch of games. Well, I could sit here and talk about new games all day that are releasing on PS4. And that's absolutely beautiful. I mean, back in the days we were blessed with a new console like, what, every 4 years or so? Why do we want to go back to that? Our console becomes obsolete after 4 years? I, for one, am very happy that our console's lifespan has been expanded. You don't have to buy a new console every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? This makes sure that you can go ahead and get the most out of this console. The PS4, so many people still online. Switch, so many people still use it. Well, of course, because it's the newest and only online accessible console that they have right now. It's the only one that they're, you know, providing any kind of support for. On Nintendo-wise is what I'm saying for the Switch. But, I mean, shouldn't you be happy that these consoles lasted as long as they have? I mean, look at the Wii U. That one was complete. That was a complete failure. Like, of course, they're not going to keep dumping money into that. But so many people were sad that that ended up going away. How are people going to feel when the Switch Online ended up going away? All that money they invested into the Switch Online, all their online games going away. The Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the 64, the Game Boy, all that stuff they could no longer access if they decide to take that from us because Nintendo Switch Online no longer works. How are they gonna handle that once the memberships are no longer supported? You know what I'm saying? There's so many like ifs. So like, why are we going to rush Nintendo or rush another company to make more consoles? I'm glad that they're still releasing stuff for the older ones. I mean, I bought a PS4 Pro a couple of months ago. I think last year. So yeah, so a couple months ago. Not a couple, a few months ago. Alright, several months ago. I can't count. I don't know my English. Okay, I can barely speak Spanish. I can barely speak English. Don't even ask me to read anything in Japanese. Anyways, I'm straying from the point. The whole point is we should be enjoying the consoles and that we have now, and we should be enjoying the support for the older consoles. There's still a lot of games that are being released that can be put on older consoles. Imagine if they still release stuff for the 3DS. A lot of people would be absolutely having a field day with that, you know? Instead of having to rely on homebrew or like third-party support for new games. Having to visit the 8 shop. Let's not. That's a whole totally different topic. But like, imagine if you could still buy games, new games for these systems, Wii U, for your PS3, for Xbox 360. Now, I'm not saying that they have to be these AAA titles, but imagine if these were still supported and the online was still it's not lucrative for the companies, unless, of course, we make it so. Like PS4, that's the reason why they're still making a lot of games for the PS4, and I keep bringing up the PS4 because it's a perfect example. The PS4, there's still tons of people playing online on it. A lot of people haven't moved to PS5 yet. They're still releasing a lot of video games for that console because of the fan base, because of, well, the amount of people. There's so many people on PS4. Even for weird indie stuff that you can find on the shop for like $5, $3, 99 cents, there's still people playing these games. Trophy hunters. Grand Theft Auto 5 online is still crazy on PS4. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Xbox One. Let's not even mention it. I haven't even mentioned Xbox One yet. I bet a lot of Xbox fanboys are like, when is this guy gonna mention Xbox One? Come on, motherfucker, mention Microsoft products, other than the handheld that you wish they made. Yes, people on the original Xbox One are somehow still pushing these games. And that's what brings me back to my original point, is that why do we want newer consoles? If we still have these older consoles that are still getting support, why don't we just stick to those? I mean, if you want better graphics, just get a PC. But what you're gonna spend on a PS5 Pro, which is what, I don't remember, like $700 around there, you can get a nice mid-tier PC, and you could run a lot of the newer games that are coming out. Probably not at the best graphics, but there's like so many things that you could run for that money. Mods, like fan-made games, stuff that you would never be able to get on a console unless, of course, you modded it, and even then, you're very limited. You know, like a PC is just, it's so much better, and this isn't for me, like this isn't supposed to be a video for me saying, hey, buy a PC, because it's really not. It's mostly stick to the older consoles that you got, you know? The older consoles are already so good. There's already a lot of titles that you can get online that might be digital exclusive, but they're really worth the look. I have a lot of titles in my library on my PS4 that are digital only that are actually worth it. One of them is what was it? I played it on stream. Q-Yo Blaster. That one's a really good one. I got that one on PS4. I played that one a lot, actually, and it's really, really fun. I love shmups. I love bullet hells or bullet storm, whatever the heck people want to call them. I love those types of games, and I love that it's still being supported. I can't believe that Advanced Warfare Zombies is still going on PS4 Online, man. There's a few troopers keeping that going, and I got the DLC for that. Me and my bros bought the DLC for that, and that's what I'm saying. People will be like, what? Advanced Warfare? Because everybody hated that. Once it was no longer boots on the ground, everybody had the gripes about Call of Duty. Oh, they wanted that back. But Advanced Warfare slaps, man. With the exosuits and all that. I'm getting sidetracked, but see, this is what I'm saying. This is a testament to old games, to older generations. Imagine the cool games we would have gotten if Xbox 360 and PS3 would have just been supported a little bit longer. Just got a little bit more games, you know? Imagine what the 3DS could have had. Imagine what the Wii U could have had. Imagine what we could have had today if the 3DS was still supported, if the Wii U was still supported, if the sales did so much better. If we support the consoles that we have now, who's to say what we'll have in the future that we won't have to pay for? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me try to explain it a little bit more, because I think I got confused. Like, imagine the kind of stuff that we'll have on the PS4 and the original Xbox One and on the original Switch if we continue to support the original consoles and don't go for the next generation. How long do you really think we can push these consoles? How much of our money's worth do you think we can get out of these consoles? I paid $100 for this PS4 Pro. No, $200 for this. Yeah, $200 for this PS4 Pro, and I paid $200 for this Switch OLED. I'm willing to stretch this out as long as I can to get as much of my money's worth out of these things. I want to get as much out of them as I possibly can. And I think you'd be insane to not also want to do the same. You know, these machines are expensive, and they used to come out every 4 years, and now we're kind of begging them for us to spend more money. I'm glad that this generation has it like gone up next in the Nintendo game. The next Nintendo generation hasn't come. I've been thinking about this so much, my brain is becoming mush, man. It just doesn't make sense to me why people would want a newer console when the one we have is barely in its infancy. I'm glad we're getting support for older consoles, and you should be too. And honestly, I think we should all buy a PS4 or an original Switch and enjoy it for what we have it, for how long we have it, and we should try to stretch it out as long as we can. Giggity. Because if we don't, we'll have to buy another expensive console, and the one that we just got will become obsolete, and I don't want that. So here's me saying, support these older consoles. Play them as much as you can. Do as much as you can. Because pretty soon they're going to be gone. And we're going to look back at it with nostalgia instead of looking back and being like, I can't believe these fucking things are still online. That's all I got to say. Just think about that. If you want the new generation, that's cool. I respect your opinion. But that's just my opinion. You know, this is online. Everyone has their own. I hope everyone has a good day or night wherever they are in the world. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Stay peachy.
Now they serve me.